Good morning, everybody. Good morning, everybody. Good morning, everybody. SM and Travis. JDM, Andrew, Adam, yes. Let's go, let's go, let's go. Akeem, the American Dream. Good morning, Adam. Kinchi was up. Thank you for the follow, Ultra. Good to see you. Bill Boyle, yes it is, Bill Boyle. Marcus, yes it is. Thank you, Marcus. I appreciate you. Thank you, Marcus. Good morning, everybody. The coffee magic today. We got the coffee magic. User, thank you so much. Bill Boyle, thank you. We know what to do. The three things that we do every morning when we go live. Mr. Leo, good morning, Mr. Leo. The prediction, we don't predict. We react. Good morning, good morning, good morning. Thank you, user. Thank you. Thank you very much. Good morning, my beauties. Stanley. Thank you, my Stanley. Good morning, Susanna Pena. MT, you can ask me whatever you want. Whether I answer it is another story. JJ, good morning. J.O. Kaya. Yes, let's go. Good morning, Wrangle. Wrangle? What is your name, Wrangle or Wrangle? I want to say it right. Jules, hello. Erlin. SSJ, let's go, let's go. To the moon. Remember, traders, to know what symbol we're on, it's right here. Okay, that's SPY. That's the 2-minute chart. That's SPY. That's the 5-minute chart. That would be the 15-minute chart on SPY. All right, my beauties? Boop, 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 boop. What state and position are we in this morning, everybody? What state and what position are we in this morning? Huh? Good morning, Oscar Urbano. Yes, it is. I like you already. Thank you for the follows, everybody. Good morning. Position 1, yes, it is. In a neutral state. We're starting to get a little wide here on SPY. See? We're starting to get a little wide here on SPY. If we head over to the daily, remember this is the pivot I talked about. Remember right here? This was what? Last week? Let me point this out for you before we get started. This is the pivot on the daily. We rejected off this pivot twice already. 662. We get under this with a retest. We're coming back down to 653. See that pivot right there? Okay. So we got to see if we hold this pivot. Right now, the 8 and the 20 are close, so we can very well break this pivot and come back down to 653. So we'll see what Miss Market wants to give us. Yes. We're going to leave those on right now, okay? Because these are daily support and resistance levels. We're going to put our whip zone. Yes, it is. In place right now. We are in a neutral state here on the SPY. As we can see, we don't want to go down on anything here, folks. We're already in this neutral state. We need to chuck back up this way, all right? And also we have our daily resistance right under the whip zone. If you get narrow again here on the SPY, traders, under 661.65, then you could take it down to 653, okay? Then you'll be able to take it down to 653. But right now, you're starting to get a little wide here, so I wouldn't do it. All right, my beauties. We're going to put more levels in for you right now. Bum, 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 bum. I can hear it coming in the end tonight. If we get back over 669, you'll have room up to 671 and 674 area, okay, on the SPY. Remember, traders, we're in this neutral state already. So under 661.65, you'll have room down to 653. But I want you more into a narrow state for that, okay? Good morning, everybody. My name is Voss. Hope you all are doing well. All we ask that you do is cheer throughout the live. That's hitting your phone. You'll see hearts come up. And S-H-A-R-E, and donate if and when you can. Lido Rocha! Lido Rocha! Holy mother of goose! And Facial Blaster, Zen, knocked out Mr. Dave, and Marcus knocked out their first goal. That's what I'm talking about! That's how it's done! That's how it's done, my beauties! Holy moly, Batman! Love it. Thank you very much. Appreciate you. Hammer. Thank you, my hammer. Thank you. So that was Miss Market. We're going to head over to AMD. Now, remember, yesterday we had a lot of narrow states. You got a lot of big moves yesterday, right? So you got a lot of big moves to the downside because we had tons of resistance to the upside, as I told my VIPers. I took one trade on Google, and I said there's so much resistance to the upside. It was getting late, and I'm like, I'm not sitting here all day waiting for this to trend, which they finally did. Meaningful this moment all my life. AMD, we are in a neutral state. We're in the whip zone. Under 237, you'll have room down to 234.63. And then 234, hold number there. Back over 242.55, you'll have room up to 244.50 and 246 here on AMD. Nvidia. Nvidia right now, let's mark these out. Boom. Do I remember? All right, on Nvidia, we are in a neutral state. We are in the whip zone. Back over 187.34. Get over 187.37. You'll have room up to 190 and then 196 here on Nvidia. We're in choppy land here on a lot of these today. It's not going to be as smooth as narrow states. Under 184, you have room down to 179. 179. Boom and me, ba-dum. You're Linda-Sita. Thank you. Bill Boyle, Mike V. Thank you so much. IWM. Boom, boom, boom. Boom, boom. For this moment, for all my life, hold on. All right, IWM to the moon. We're starting to get a little wide here on IWM. So anything this way, be very, very careful. You got room down to 229. You're going to find a lot of support levels where you're going to start coming back that way, my beauties. So be careful, okay? If you get back over this pivot right here, 233, over that base, you'll have room up to 235. Ultimately, you want to get over 236.55 for a move up to 240. All my life. Bump, bump. Nothing crashes, Benjamin. Let's not be an amateur. Amazon, let's go. Hold on. Hold on. Amazon. Let's see what we got. Let's see what we got here on Amazon. All right, right now on Amazon, we are in a narrow state. We are in position 2 to the downside here on Amazon as we pull this back. We got room down to 223. That's your first stop on Amazon. 223. Back over 233.03. You'll have room up to 235 and 238.50. What goes down will come up. What goes up will come down. That's how the market cycle moves. How do I know all of this? I've been doing it for 21 years. If you did something for 21 years, you would know a lot too. Adrian Rodriguez, Midwest, yes, let's go. MU. The difference between me and you is I had the balls to keep going.
I didn't quit and said, it's too hard. I'm going to say, make an excuse because it was too hard. I don't want to crush my ego. No.
The difference is I said I sucked at this, and I was going to keep going until I found out how to do it right. Right now, we are in a neutral state. We are in position one. We didn't cry like a little baby. Mama, too hard. We got room down to 219.42. Yes, it is on MU. Above 247.32, you got room up to 257. Yes. Right here, babies. Right here. Position one, neutral. Boom. 219.42. Back over to that whip zone. 247.42. Boom. Back up to 257.
It's too hard, Mommy. If I can't do it, nobody.
It's okay. It's okay, Voss. Come here, Mama. Mama give you baby bottle. Mama give you baby bottle. Goo gaga. All right, here we go. There was none of that when I grew up. We got the wooden spoon. We got the cat and nine tail. We obeyed. We ate our vegetables, or we didn't eat. We are in a neutral state. We are in the whip zone. Yes. Under 404, we got room down to 398. 398. Under 398 with a retest, you have room down to 382 here on Tesla, okay? Back over 413, my babies. We got room up to 424 and 438. Mark those levels down. Thank you, Helly. Yes, it is, my Helly. Appreciate you. Yeah, we played outside. You know what I'm saying? We went outside, we got dirty, we fell down, we did all those things. And then when my mother would say, "Get in here, it's dinner," we didn't say, "I'll be in 2 minutes." We ran in and we sat down like this. Thank you for the follows, Meta. And folks, I don't mean to say this and be mean, because I'm not being mean when I say this. If you're older than 25, I'll give you 25, okay? And your parents are still taking care of you, something's wrong here. You got to come to the school of Voss, all right? When you're 25, you should be taking care of your parents. Let's make that very clear here, all right? You go out to eat, you pay for your parents. They don't pay for you anymore. Right now, we are in a neutral state. We're starting to get wide here, everybody. A little wide. We are in position two to the downside on Meta. You got room down to 576 here, all right, in this neutral state, so be careful. Back over 606.50, you have room up to 615 on Meta. Let's go, let's go, let's go. Thank you for the follows, everybody. Appreciate you. Bruce Lenzi, thank you so much. Uber. Money looking for something. We are in a narrow state on Uber. We are in position one on Uber. 5 minute looks good. We got the first one of the day, my babies. Footloose, here we go. Alert, alert on Uber. We are in a narrow state, position one to the downside currently. 5 minute looks delicious. We're going to mark these out now, okay, to see where the hell we could possibly be going on Uber. All right, here we go on Uber. Are we ready? We got room down to $90.34, $90 here on Uber at a position one, and then $89.62. You're going to get a pullback here, all right? Under $89.62, you have room down to $89. These are your three levels. Level number one, boom. Level number two, boom. Level number three, boom. Mark those down. Now, back over the whip zone, you want to get back over 92.54. Then you got room up to $94. All right, my beautiful traders? Let's go. Apple. Let's take a bite of that apple. Ooh-wee. Ooh-wees. Get back. Apple. We are in a neutral state here on Apple. We are in position 2 to the upside. So we got a bearish state. We got a bullish position. Are we going to take this to the moon? No. Need that 20 to trek up. Then we got room up to that major resistance right there. 271 and 272, my beauties. Right here is a resistance. Mark that down. 271 and 272 on Apple. If you get over 272 with a retest this, which you should, you'll have room up to 277 on Apple. The Qs. Yes, it is. We are at 29,000 cheers. We got to get that up, my babies. We're in a neutral state here on the Qs. We are in the whip zone on the Qs. Anything to the upside, we got a resistance we're going to have to break through. But if we can break through all this resistance to the upside, then we'll have a nice move back up. But right now, chop, chop. All right, here we go on the Qs. We are in a neutral state. We're in the whip zone. Under 599.94. You'll have room down to 597. Okay? Get back over 608. You'll have room up to 613 and 614 on the Qs. Traders, let me say this very clearly, okay? If you don't know A-plus setups and if you don't know how to trade them, you are going to have a very rough day today. I'm going to repeat that. If you don't know how to trade today, you're going to get mopped up. All right? Let's head over to XRP. They're going to have to mop you up today, okay? Because it's going to be a massacre. Let's see what we got, my beauties. Get back. XRP to the moon. Above 220.17, you have room up to 222.41 and 224.21 here on XRP. Back under 214.83, you got room down to 212.30 and 210.27 on XRP. Love Whitney. Who doesn't want to get mopped up today in the market? Who wants to get mopped up and who doesn't want to get mopped up in the market today? Huh? What do we got, my beauties? Hells no. Yeah, you don't want to get mopped up. Polly Candy. My Candy, love you. Measy, Anya, Chad, Bruce Lenzi. I always think that says Bruce Lee. Red, thank you, George. Helly, yes it is. We got some roses to hit. Hammer them things. Let's go. Microsoft. But they won't wait to take a trade because they don't know what they're doing. They don't wait and learn how to trade. Yeah. We are in a neutral state here on a Microsoft. You got this. We are in a neutral state. We're in position 2. You got room down to 493. Mark this level out, my beauties. 493. Major support level here. All right. Coming out into position 3. 493. So what do we got here, my babies? Look. Our 50% retracement level will be $500. What do we know about 500? Boom. That 50% is $500. What do we know about it? Major resistance coming back up. That is a major, major resistance. So keep an eye on 500 coming back up the board here on Microsoft. Netflix. Oh, you all like Netflix now, huh? Yes, it is. All right. Another day, another dollar. That's all it is. Doing the same thing. All right, Netflix to the moon. We are in the whip zone. We are in a narrow state on Netflix. We're in a narrow state. We got room down to 107. 107 here on Netflix. Okay, my beauties. Back over 110.56. You have room up to 112 and then 115. ASTS for Mas Yang. Hello, Mas. I feel like somebody's watching me. We are in a neutral state on ASTS. I wanna feel like somebody's watching me. All right, ASTS, here we go. We are neutral, my beauties. We are in position one. We got room down to $52.50 and then $52 hold number on ASTS. Okay, mark that down. Back over $58, we have room up to $60.50 and $65 on ASTS. PayPal, yes it is on PayPal. Bum, 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 bum. Dun, 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 dun. These are for all my quitting traders. Listen to this song. This is the trading song. Above 62.40, we got room up to 63.60 and 65.67 here on PayPal. This is perfect for a trader. I once ran to you, now I run from you. Right? Under $61, you have you have room down to $59.50 on PayPal. $59.50 and then $56. Listen. Gold. You guys don't get it. All right, right now we are in a neutral state here on gold. We are in position one on gold as we mark out our major support and resistance. We got two 200s there at 377. All right, 377, and you have an hourly 20. All right, GLD, here we go, my beauties. We got a lot of resistance right here. 377, we got ourselves a brick wall, my beauties. Right here. Woo! That is a brick wall. 377. Mark that down here in our neutral state. You got to get over 378 to the upside on that. Under 368.51, you have room down to 365.50 and 362.50. Classic Warrior, SoFi. You really want to see that, huh? We are at 52,000 taps. Let's go. We got to do better than that. Everybody together. All right, we are in a neutral state here on SoFi. We are in position one to the downside on SoFi, okay? We got room down to $26, $25.73. And $25 hold number here on SoFi. Back over 27.17, you'll have room up to $28 and $29 on SoFi. Tesla. Right now, we are in the whip zone here on Tesla. We are in the whip zone in a neutral state. Back over 413, we have room up to 425 and then 438. Here on Tesla this morning. Back under 404, my traders. We have room down to 398 on Tesla. Why? Coin. Look at that. Look at that. Look at this. Bounce, boom. Moving average, under, boom. Lights out. Look at that beauty. Woo. Are you marking these levels down, my traders? Or are you using your RSI?
I'm going to use the RSI today again. Oh, maybe I'll use the MACD on my chart, or the volume, or the Elliott wave oscillator. I'm going to try and hope it works this time.
All right, coin. Coin back over 266. We have room up to 278 on coin. 278. All right, my beauties. Under 259, we have room down to 249.50. Let's go on coin. Yes. Yes, you're right, JDM. We already need to be at 100. Google, yes, it is. Let's go, my Googaroonies. And folks, please stop asking me if it's going to go up or down. You know, I don't want to have to break out the crystal ball. All right. If we knew if it was going to go up or down, we'd all be living on these islands.
Is it going to go up or down, Voss? Do you know? Can he tell me? Is it going to go up or down?
We are in a neutral state. We're in position 2. We got room up to 290, 240, and 295 here on Google. All we know how to do is trade our setups. Under 284, we have room down to 282. And then with a retest, boom, with an event, we have room down to 278. Remember, this is not financial investment or tax advice. This is for education purposes only, and you must trade at your own risk.
Is it going to go up or down today, Voss?
K. Braden, yes, it is. Thank you, K. Braden. IONQ, you got it. Right now, we are in a neutral state here on IONQ, above $48. We got room up to $49 to the upside here on IONQ. Back under $46.99, you have room down to $44 on IONQ. Let's go. We're at 73,000. Let's go, let's go, let's go, let's go, let's go. Yahoo! Yeah, Nvidia. Mr. Dave, there he is. Celebrate good times. Come on. Nvidia, we are in the whip zone. We are in a neutral state. Back under 184.42, we got room down to 181. That's what it looks like here. Back over 187.28, we have room up to 189.58 and 190 here on the vids. Mark that down, folks. What happened? We were going to the moon. No, all roads lead back to the 20. Celebration, the Qs. Celebrate and have a good time. We are in a neutral state. We're starting to get a little wide here. We're neutral, though. All right? We're starting to get a little wide. Look more that way than that way, okay? Under 599.94, you got room down to 597 here on them Qs. Get back over 608.13. Don't mess around with the whip zone here. Over 608.13, you'll have room up to 613 on them Qs. And Key Visions, yes it is. Miss Market. We are in a neutral state. We're starting to get a little wide. We got a lot of support here at 662. 662, we got support. Under 662 at a retest, we have room down to 653 here on Miss Market. Back over 669, we have room up to 671 and 674. Elio, thank you, Elio. I appreciate you, my friend. Thank you. Oracle, you got it. How did we do in the market every day? Yesterday, everybody. Were we green in the market yesterday or were we red? Here's our levels from yesterday on Oracle. Boom. See ya. Boom. See ya. Did you mark this down? No. Red for the believer. Green, green, green. Let's go. Green. Look at all these VIPers. Green, green, green. Yes, it is. I'm proud of you guys. Whoop, wrong thing. Yes, we have a VIP where we will teach you how to trade. We have VIP live training tonight by me in the VIP live training room at 7 p.m. Eastern time. 7 p.m., everybody. You're going to head over to thevosstrading.com or click the link in my YouTube or TikTok bio to get into the VIP. You're going to want to be in that training tonight as we go over a lot. You will learn more in that 1 hour tonight in training than you have your entire trading career. If you don't believe me, ask the VIPers that are in here. We're going to have a good time tonight. Let's celebrate. It's all right. All right, here we go on Oracle. We are in a narrow state on Oracle. We are in the whip zone on Oracle. Back under 215.55, we have room down to 210.50. Let's get back over 222, traders, and you have room up to 227 and 230. Watch that 230 up there. It's a doozy, okay? 230 and 210.50 to the downside. MU, and then NQ for the win. All right, currently on MU, you pull up this chart, you immediately see neutral state. You immediately see position 1. And we know we got room down to 219.42, okay? Watch this base right here at 230. Watch this base right here at 230, okay? Above 247.42, we have room up to 257. So as we pull this out, you have to zoom out on your charts, folks. You can't be a trader and have a chart that looks like this. How many of you trade like this? Zoomed all the way in. All right, let's go, RSI. And you're looking at the one candle. Let's go, RSI. Let's trade the markets. That's not how you trade, folks. This must be zoomed out, my beauties. Look. Ah, right here. Yes. You need to know what's to your left. You need to know what's to your left. You get over that whip zone as you're starting to come up. There's your left. There's your left. Granddaddy. Pivot. Pivot. Okay? Look, how are you going to do that zoomed in?
But I need to see every tick of the candle, Voss.
You don't need to see. Don't forget about the candle. You're already in the goddamn thing. You're already in the trade. You need to see where you're going, my beauties, based on your risk to reward, which you probably don't know. Shelly Stringer. Thank you, my Shelly Stringer. Yes. Yes, it is. Hello, Amy. Amy Wamey. Hello. Amazon. Sarah. Little haul of notes here, everybody. We are in a narrow state on Amazon. We are in position 2. We're under the base, so we know we got room down to 223. As you get down here to 223, we start looking this way. We're not bleeding out, all right? So this will be your move currently to the downside. If you come down to 223, we know our 50% retracement is 228, right here. 228. As we start coming back up the board, let me pull this out. You could take that reversal back up to 228. Now you're going to see up here, are we going to get an event to the downside, or are we going to get through the 50% and start going that way. All right? You got to know how to trade, folks. You can't guess. You want to see what a guessing trader looks like? This is what an equity curve of a guessing trader looks like. My 2-year-old drawing. So if you have an equity curve that looks like this, we got a Houston. We got a problem. Whoa. We got a problem, Houston. But they think they're the world's greatest trader. I know what I'm doing, Voss. All right, let me see your equity curve. That's your equity curve? Yeah. I thought you knew what you were doing. I do. Isn't that good? Look, I had winners here. Look at those winners. You know, I was up there. Now I'm down here. We're in a narrow state on PLTR. We are in position 1 on PLTR as we map out our major support and resistance levels. All right, PLTR, we are in a neutral. I'll give you a narrow. Position 1, we got room down to 164 here on PLTR. And then under that with a retest, you have room down to 161.55. We got to get back over 173. See this right here? These white lines are support and resistance levels. We don't trade into these lines. We get over them. We retest 173. Then we have room up to 180. All right? Before you go. Robin Hood, the Hood of Robin. So I don't care if you trade this, just don't trade on it. You guys like that? Don't use it to trade, but you can trade it. You know, it's like going into a retail store and then you go home and buy it on Amazon. Well, it's the same thing with Robinhood. We don't use it to trade. Okay? Right here on Robinhood, we are in a neutral state. We are in the whip zone. Under 112.76, we have room down to 106.40 first stop, okay? Back over 116.54, you got room up to 121 and then 127. I ran so far away. Before you go. Run, no. Here comes the most important question of the day before we do IREN. Are we ready, my traders? It is November 18th. How many of you are green so far? How many of you are green so far for the month of November? Look at all these VIP members. Look at this. Look at this. If you're green for the month of November so far and you're VIP, put VIP in the chat. If you're a green VIP member for the month of November, put VIP in the chat. Holy moly, Batman. Yes, it is. Look at that. Look at that, non-VIPers. Let's go. Congratulations to all the VIP. I love it. Proud of you all. You're working hard, man. You are working hard. All right. This is what we got on IREN. Sorry, Steve. Right now, we're in a neutral state in the whip zone. Under 45.58, you have room down to 39.66. 39.66. Above 48.01, you have room up to 49.50 and $50 on IREN. Candy! Yes, it is. Thank you, my beautiful Candy. I appreciate you. Yes. Oh, let's do this. All right, we got 3 of these. We got 3 of these, my beauties. Facial Blaster and Zen Method. Thank you so much. Google. You just can't help yourself. Right? You're dancing in your chair. I see you in your car, wherever you are. Right now on Google, we are in a neutral state. In position 2, you got room up to 292 and 295 on Google. Back under 284, we have room down to 282. 282 and 278 on Google. INTC. Just beat it. Just beat it. Just beat it. Yeah. 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 All right, INTC, we are in a neutral state. We are in position 1 here on INTC. We got room down to 3250. 3250. And that's about it. Back over at 35.50, we have room up to $37 on INTC. Remember, we have one alert out on Uber. That is our alert on Uber. Thank you, Facial Blaster. Yes. Zen Method. Yes, it is. Who's got that last money gun? Who got it? Who got it, my beauties? MSTR. George. Thank you, Lito. Thank you, my George. Yes, it is. MSTR. Who got that last? Shelly Stringer. Thank you, my Shelly. Thank you. Thank you very much. Love you guys, man. All right. MSTR. Let's see what we got. All right. Let's do it. Right now on MSTR, we are in a neutral state. We are in the whip zone here on MSTR. Back over 196, you have room up to 201. 201. Under 196, you have room up to 201. Above 201 with a retest, 220 on MSTR. Under 189, we have room down to 179 on MSTR. Mike V, Shelly, thank you very much. I appreciate you. Hadrian Rodriguez, Kay Braden, Bill Boyle, George. What happened here? Did you guys finish those roses already? Oh, I did 5. Oops. I did 5. Baba! Let's go, let's go. love some George Michael. All right, Baba, we are in a neutral state. We are in the whip zone here on Baba. Back over 159, you'll have room up to 161. Mark that down. Under 156.91, we have room down to 152 here on Baba. Hims and hers. All right, hims and hers, we are in a neutral state. Above 35.64, we have room up to $36. Above 36 with a retest, $39 here on hims and hers. Back under 34, get under the whole number, okay? Get under the base. You'll have room down to $33. Yes, the VIP is open. You're going to head over to thevosstrading.com or click the link in my YouTube or TikTok bio. Hello, my beauties. Uber. Yes, Uber, we have an alert out for. We are going to put another alert out here on Uber. Alert, alert on the Uber-roonies. We are in a narrow state. We are in the whip zone above 92.18. You will have room up to 92.54. Back over 92.54 with a retest, you'll have room up to $94. Back under $91, you will have room down to $90 hold number here on Uber. Good morning, John. How are you, my friend? QKC Kook Bang with the rose. Dr. Michael George Luli. Thank you, my beauties. I appreciate you. Whoop, wrong one. Google for Lino Rocha. Better if I need a friend. We are in a neutral state, my Lino. We are in position 2. We got room up to 292.40 and 295 here on a Google. Back under 284, my traders, we have room down to 282 first stop and then 278. Okay, mark those down on the Googsters. Hello, YO7, Boeing. Yes, it is on Boeing. Let's see what we got. All right, Boeing, we are in a neutral state. We are in position 2. We got room down to 187. Major support here on Boeing at 187. Back over 193. You'll have room up to 194, 194.50, and 197 here on the Boa-roonies. We are at 142,000. Yes. Yes, Mr. Leo, no. Go join an amateur group for that, okay? We actually teach you how to trade in the VIP. And those, not saying you are, but those that are too lazy to want to learn how to trade, we don't want you in there. Tesla.
Can I watch you trade live so I can copy, Voss?
No. Above 413, we have room up to 424 on Tesla. Under 404, we have room down to 398. Yes, a little Prince here. Under 398 with a retest, 382. Let's go for Prince. Tap, Tap it out. Let's go, let's go, let's go. AMD. What happened? All the other copy traders that went live didn't work for you? How many people have you copied already? I guess it don't work, huh? We're in a neutral state. We got room down to 235, everybody. 235 here on AMD. With a retest, you got room down to 225. Back over 224.55. You got room up to 244.50 and 246 on AMD. Yes. Copy paste. Don't copy trade. You will lose. You will keep going down the duker. Don't copy anyone's trades. There's no bot that will make you rich. No bot, no bot. Meta. Did I show you guys the Voss spot that we created? We are in a neutral state. We are in position 1 to the downside. Here on Meta, we got room down to 576 on Meta, 576. Yes, it is. Above 606.50, we have room up to 615 on Meta. Meta's not, well, it has to fill gaps, Meta. If you look over on Meta, you have gaps to fill, my friend. Bump, 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 bump. Up here, fill this gap. We're down here, fill that gap, right? We're filling gaps, baby. We got another one down here. Woo! Right around 565. We got to fill them gaps, and then we'll go back up. Stocks go up. Stocks go down and they go sideways. It's called market cycle, folks. Learn how to trade properly. Get in the VIP. Right over here, you can get into the VIP. Stop guessing. Stop losing your family's money. You're going to wind up getting divorced. Right here, the VossTrading.com. Let's go. Is how you get into VIP. Make your wife proud. NQ. Boom, 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 boom. NQ, we are in a neutral state on NQ, yes. Above 25,066, we have room up to 25,305. Mark that down. Back under 24,733. Let me get that level for you. Boom, there it is. Boom. Back under 24,733, we have room down to 24,642 here on NQ. Thank you, my Shelly Stringer. Shelly is now the title gifter of the roses. Yes, it is. How we doing, my beauties? So let me reply. IWM. Let's go, let's go, let's go, let's go. We still got some roses out there. Adriana Acevedo. No fit. We are in a neutral state. Starting to get wide here on IWM. You got room down to 229. Major support there. 229. Above 236.55. You got room up to 240.32. What did Rover say? Where's the volume chart? Rookie. Rookie. Hood, let's go. You're still in the volume stage, huh? All right, Robinhood, we are in a neutral state. We are in the whip zone. Under 112.76, we got room down to 106.40 here on Robinhood. Above 116.54, you got room up to 121. I'll give you 121 there, and then 127 on the hood of Robin. As we head over to Miss Market, yes, it is. Under 661.65, we got room down to 653. Above 668.9, we have room up to 671 and 674 here on SPY. He is. Kevo with the follow. Hector Isaias with the boxing. Zen Method and George. Yes, it is. Thank you. Mike, thank you for the cap. Appreciate you. Just being a wizard over here. Yep. Let's do roll call, my beauties. Are we ready for roll call? JDM, The Believer, Adam, Ballo, Bill Boyle, User, Jules Swims, Mr. Dave, Chad, Zed Method, Facial Blaster, Lino Rocha. I love it. Ya, Yerlis Sinta, Glenn Lake, Hadrian, George, Helly P, Bruce, Chad, Anya, Spots, Polly, Hector, Zen, Life Wonders, OMZ, Adorable Dad, Mike, thank you, Mighty, Kook Vang, Dr. Michael, Luli, Jules, Mike V, Shelley Stringer, Lino Rocha, The Facial Blaster, yes it is. Thank you all. Pop, pop. Yes, thank you. Hadrian, Jessica, P. Lotch. Thank you, everybody, for all the gifts. Mr. Dave, of course, over there on the tubes. Let's go. If you're here for the first time, hit that follow button. Get in the VIP and start learning how to trade so you can start winning. Tanya with the hit hard. Diablo says, what is this? We're trading baseball cards. We're trading baseball cards. SPY needed a pullback. SPY needed a pullback. I told you guys that 2 weeks ago. Under 661.65, and I told you it was going to be a good one. Remember? Yes. We got room down to 653. Above 669, you have room up to 671. This is where all the amateur traders go, oh my God, we're bleeding out. It's over. It's over. The stock market's over. Nvidia's over. Everything's over again. You silly gooses. You amateurs. I'm getting out of everything. America's stock market is over. Oh my God. Oh my God. What else are we looking at? Uber. It's all over, everybody. Now what are we going to do? Now what are we going to do? Above 92.54 on Uber. We have room up to $94. We have an alert out on this. We're narrow. Under $91, we got room down to 90 and 89.62 on Uber. Yes, it is.
It's over, Soki. Not going to be whippy and choppy. The market's coming to an end today. It's all over. We're never going to be able to trade again, Soki.
Earnings, the news. We'll be back on tomorrow, everybody. All new VIPers. We have VIP live training tonight by me in the live training room at 7 p.m. Eastern Time. We'll see you tomorrow. I love you all. Trade well, trade smart. Wait.